and welcome back to my channel. So today I am going to answer a question that I get frequently, and hopefully this will help you guys out in any way. So today I am going to talk about where to travel next. With all the amazing and beautiful places in the world, it's super hard to decide where to travel next, where to spend your money, and what's the best place to go. Obviously, I can't give you the answer for where you should travel next because it's ultimately up to you, but I do have a few questions that you should ask yourself every single time before you book a trip. So whenever I book a trip, or I'm deciding where to travel the next year, I always ask myself, where have I always wanted to go? I have a huge list of places that I want to go in my lifetime, which is basically every single place on this earth, so it's a little hard to narrow it down. But sometimes I go through phases where I'm like, yes, I need to go to this place next, or maybe not anymore, maybe I want to go to this place first. So you kind of have to figure out how you're feeling, what kind of trip you're wanting to go on, and where you've always wanted to go. For example, I know that in the next 10 years, I want to see all 7 wonders of the world. So recently, I have been really thinking about, how am I going to get to all the 7 wonders of the world, and when should I go, and where should I go next? Should I take the opportunity to go to one of them soon? So you kind of have to think about that and think about where you're wanting to go. And then the next most important question is, how much time do I have? Depending on how much time you have can really depend on where you're gonna go on your next trip. So say you've just started a brand new job and you only have a week vacation. So you really need to use that week to the best of your ability. Or say that you just quit your job and you have months to go on a year-round trip. So that kind of question is really gonna determine how much time you have and where you should spend it. The next question is, what's my budget? This is extremely important because there are countries that are a lot more expensive than others. So let's take Iceland, for example. I've recently heard that Iceland is very expensive once you get to the country for food and all that kind of stuff in there. But maybe that's kind of out of your budget, so you need to go somewhere in Central America instead, something a little bit cheaper. So you really need to think about how much you're wanting to spend on this trip and what's your overall budget of the whole trip. And the next important question is, when do I want to go? This is a really important question because you need to decide when you want to go. And this means anytime during the whole year. Are you wanting to go in January, or are you wanting to go in October, or are you wanting to go in the summer in July, or on the other side of the hemisphere in their summer? You kind of have to decide that because that's really important. That'll decide, if you're wanting a beach vacation, you might not want to go in the dead middle of summer, but you might want to go in December or something like that. Or you might want to go in Australia in December, or whatever the case is. There's different times of the year that are better for certain locations, and that can really help kind of dwindle down where you're wanting to go. If you decide, okay, I want to go this month, what are the best places to go during this month? So those are a few questions that I always ask myself whenever I'm planning to go on a trip. Those few questions are incredibly important, and ultimately the decision is up to you and where you're wanting to go next. Nobody can tell you what to do or where to go, so make sure you go and you do your research and you get inspired and you think about where you're wanting to travel next. And wherever you go, I'm sure it'll be amazing and beautiful and you won't regret it. So that is my answer to that question and how I decide where I'm going next. I hope this video helped you even in the tiniest bit. Definitely let me know where you're going next, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye and happy travels.